Listen in as 5 friends take turns weaving stories through the tabletop game of their choice. This is 5 GMs in a Trench Coat.
Hello everyone and welcome to 5 GMs in a Trench Coat. My name is Tanner. I'll be your GM for today. We'll start on my right.
Hello, it's me. I'm Tanlin playing Devon. And things are about to start fucking popping off.
I'm Jesse, and I play Titus the Typhoon, and things are about to pop off.
Hi, my name is Kim, and these are my ladies. I'm playing Frankie and Bee. And, things are indeed about to pop off.
Hi, I'm Adam. I'm playing Jack and Odyssey, and Jack wants to know what this fucking guy's problem is, and Odyssey is still wondering why the fuck there's water that he can't drink.
So, when we last left off, you guys had returned from your rather successful mission to get some new dragons. You also kind of broke up this, illegal dragon racing track, maybe. And then about a month passed by. A lot of development of the rebellion in the headquarters occurred. Some character interactions, some relationships were forged. Others were modified. Some were changed forever. But we came through it. We got back together. Araceli's back. And now you've all met in Mabel's office where you're going to go over a presumably big plan. So Mabel looks to you and he says, all right. And he kind of moves some parchment off and there's a map and these are schematics. And Titus, roll me a lore. Jack, roll me a lore but with a +2. Araceli wouldn't know and nobody else. Nobody else would.
Jack got a 3.
Got a 0.
All right, so you instantly recognize the blueprints. It's a big prison. It's made from the newest materials. It's all basically just stone, shaped stone. It's a big prison on a floating island that is only big enough to fit the prison and a small barracks where all the guards are taken care of. That's it. So it's really hard to get off of because only one boat can dock at a time. It's functionally, right, like an Alcatraz sort of situation where we just moved them away. How the hell are they going to get, anywhere because they're stuck on an island, right? So, you recognize this place. It is off the books and doesn't have an official name. So most people who know about it, you being one, just call it the prison. Mm-hmm. So you just clock all, again, you see it, you're like, oh, that's this place. We're breaking out of there.
Yeah, I think...
or we're dealing with that, rather.
Yeah, I think Jack's that's the stone fortress. It's going to be a problem.
So Mabel, just doesn't respond. And he says, Vargish is being held here. And then he points to, a little, corner of the prison, says, in a cell on this side of the prison. We are going to break her out, but we're also going to break out every single prisoner here. And he looks at everybody. How does everybody look? Because this place looks big, you're seeing scale, and it's a few hundred feet wide at least. It's kind of hexagonal in shape, and the stone is incredibly thick. Cannons will not pierce it without firing for a couple minutes of just one spot. Does that make sense? So, how does everybody feel going into this?
So Jack looks, I think for the first time, you guys have seen, nervous. Just sort of like the Black Diamonds or whatever, right? I can kill a couple dudes, but, this is literally a stone fortress. This is one of those things that's a feat of man that, defies nature. Similar to the bombs, they do a lot of stuff that is better than just what we find out naturally, right? So he just kind of, maybe a bead of sweat and kind of, narrow eyes, and then I think Odyssey is just kind of, brimming. Just smiling,
Everybody else?
I think Devon might, kind of raise his hand a little bit. Speak before he's called on.
Yeah.
It's Mabel, I understand, Vargish, we owe her one. She helped us out. We help her out. And she's an ally. But everyone?
Mabel nods and he says, we'll get to why in a moment, but the only way to get Vargish out is to get everybody out. And he kind of shrugs and he says, that's the price we'll have to pay. We'll deal with the repercussions of this later. But this is the only way we can do this.
Would Titus possibly think that if any of his crew survived, they would be here?
There's a good chance because I mean, the problem is Titus doesn't know this prison because he rolled a 0. but I mean, if what Jack is saying is true, right? Then you are, contrary to our belief, a pretty well-known pirate figure. Anybody associated with you would be probably locked up in a pretty secure place because of that. So there's a good chance.
Okay. So Titus is going to be like, all right, let's do this. Let's break them out.
And I think Frankie is a little excited to go on this endeavor. And I think B is a little worried about the logistics of it, but trusts Mabel, so she's going to be like, okay.
So Mabel says, all right, this is a multifaceted plan. The team's going to need to separate in a couple of different ways. First, and he looks to Jack. He says, Jack, I need you to go undercover for a few days at the prison. You're going to be one of the guards. I will supply you with everything you need, including a fake identity. You're going to plant a few things I need to plant. We'll go over this separately later.
Fantastic, as long as I don't have to break through any fucking walls.
You don't. And I promise you your identity is airtight, as long as you stick to what you have.
You used the name I gave you, right, Jake?
He furrows his brow. He says, isn't that one compromised?
Ah, shit. What about Jackson?
He like looks to everybody else and then looks back at you.
This guy's got to be fucking kidding.
Yeah.
All right.
He says,
Jace?
you and I will go over your role in this plan later. But the important part is, at these points, and he points to all of them, are miniature explosives that will open up access to some foundational structures within the prison. Once those are planted, 2 people, and I'll let you guys choose who, are going to fly underneath the prison, underneath the island, and dig, literally, into a piping system. There's some new technology that the Republic is attempting to use that uses some sort of natural gas to heat certain parts of the prison and their water. But we're going to use that because the way they've designed the pipes to carry this gas is means that if something were to ignite the gas, explosions would occur throughout the entire prison system and open basically every cell, every wall that the prison has. Frankly, there may be some fatalities just from that.
Yeah, I think Odyssey pipes up and he's like, are we positive that won't just fry all of the oxygen in the room? Gases tend to catch pretty quick if I, from what I know, and I'm just saying, if I set it off and then, everybody fries, I'm going to feel pretty bad.
As I understand it, the Republic designed safety measures to ensure that the rooms don't ignite if that were to happen. However, they also designed the building to not be damaged in such an event. I'm hoping that the measures they put in place to protect the rooms are better than the measures they will have put in place to protect the structural integrity of the prison itself.
Well, fingers crossed.
After somebody, he looks Jack, plants the explosives where they must be put, and after 2 people ignite the gas system connected to the prison, Tandem Ship is going to drop several payloads of weapons into the prison for all of the prisoners to grab. We need somebody to communicate to them that this is a prison break, because I am almost positive that once they realize they have some power over the guards, a violent riot will begin. Again, there will be more casualties. I need all of you to be extremely careful while you're doing this. Once the prisoners are armed, Tandem is going to dock back at a ship. There are no ships scheduled to dock in the port that day. So it's just the guards who are there, you and the prisoners. Tandem's going to dock and await for you guys to escort Vargish and any of her allies onto Tandem's ship so that they can escape with us. That being said, I also need you to defend Tandem's ship from any prisoners who might try to climb on board. Does that make sense? Does all of that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
As for how you will find Vargish, she should be here, and he points back to that spot. However, once the riot starts, it will be difficult to find her. I would have somebody on her as soon as you possibly can. Once you get Vargish out, leave. Once you have Vargish and whoever she wants off of that island, go. Don't think about other prisoners. We only need her. The rest will be taken care of.
Can I get Vargash? I want to show her I'm a real pirate now.
Of course, my boy.
Yes.
Does anybody have any questions?
Let's fucking go.
All right. You'll depart tomorrow. Prepare yourselves in any way that you need. You'll need your dragons. Tandem's ship should fit, well, most of them. And he kind of looks at, like, you.
No, I honestly looks at him just like confused for a second. Oh, yeah.
However, I hope that you will make arrangements if you don't believe that your dragon will be able to fit underneath the ship.
We're just gonna fly? Is that cool with you?
Perhaps ride on top of the ship until you're a few miles out, at least because the trip out to the island will take you a while.
Deal.
He says, does anybody have any questions? Any at all?
Okay, so I just want a quick rundown. So part of the group goes under to expose to take advantage of the
Gas.
thing.
Yeah.
So that'll open up all the things.
Yes.
And then there's another group just protecting the ship.
Yes.
And there's one person communicating that it's a prison break.
Yes.
Okay.
And then once the piping has been blown up, the other two are free to either find Vargesh or protect Vargesh, etc. Right? There's a lot of moving parts here. Mabel's kind of leaving it up to you guys. He's just telling you what needs to happen and in what order. I will keep reminding you because obviously there are a lot of steps, but it's kind of up to you guys on how you want to go about it. He's not assigning anybody to anything. Does that make sense?
Yeah, okay.
Titus would want to be inside the prison with Vargish then.
Okay. So yeah, he says if nobody has any questions, you can always ask. I'll be here for the rest of the day. You'll depart tomorrow evening. It's about a 3 days ride, so you'll also be on your own while you're on your way back. So make haste when you do, I suppose. And Jack, you and I can talk after everybody else leaves. So is everybody good?
Yep.
Okay. Then yeah, Mabel says, all right, if I can speak with Jack alone, please.
As you guys walk out, you hear a muffled so am I allowed to kill guards?
So do you guys all leave?
Yeah.
Anything else for you guys?
The one's gonna come back later.
Okay.
Oh, one quick thing. Titus would ask, well, what about their defenses? Is it just guards? Do they have any kind of bunkers? Any
Cavaliers.
As far as I understand it, he'll start pointing at things. They have swivel guns along the top of the prison and some light cannons. However, you won't be needing to deal with any cavaliers as far as I'm aware. There will roughly be 100 guards stationed throughout the prison. Hopefully the prisoners will help alleviate you of that problem. Jack, when he says there are no cavaliers, that clicks. That's not true. There will be cavaliers.
Oh, okay.
Jack knows that. Mabel obviously doesn't somehow.
Yeah, so Jack kind of froze his brows. He's like, are you sure about the Cavaliers thing?
Maybe Mabel kind of clocks Jack is not making a joke, and he says, I wasn't. My intel says there won't be any.
Listen, last I heard, they keep a couple dragons on retainer. I'm not sure how many, and I have to assume they're at least decent at the job, right? So just keep that in mind. Maybe we'll get lucky and they won't be there this time.
Mabel nods and he says, in that case, I would take care of them. I would hope that the prisoners help take care of them, but just, I suppose, be aware that there will be those wild cards playing while you guys perform the rest of the job.
I think Adeseli is well, we can handle Cavaliers, right?
Yeah, we got Asa Serena now.
Yeah, we'll be fine.
Oh, what other question? So are we gonna take what's Jack's dragon's name again?
Staghorn.
Are we gonna take Staghorn with us?
That's up to you.
Well, Staghorn can fly on his own, but also I think
Jack,
if that's an option they can have, I think Jack would like them to bring Staghorn just in case he needs to blow his whistle and get the fuck out of there other ways.
Somebody will need to be his rider. or like his handler at least, because Jack is off doing his own thing before the mission. But Staghorn's available. It's up to you though.
For sure.
So we good?
Yep.
Yeah.
Cool. So then you guys leave, I'm guessing. Yeah. Jack stays, and Mabel says, "All right, Jack. After this, you can have a break for a while. You'll be done for a little bit. All right."
You know, I've been thinking of taking up farming. I think planting stuff would be gardening. That'd be pretty cool, I think.
After you do this, I will give you as many seeds as you'd like to plant.
You can do that for me? Like really serious?
I can get you as many seeds as you want, Jack. I promise.
Oh, I'm gonna kill so many guards for you.
I'll provide you with your identity and your uniform. You will carry the explosive devices amongst your various equipment. You'll have permits as to why you're bringing them into the prison. You'll drop them where and at these designated spots, and I'll give you this piece of parchment to show you where to do it. And he points them out. It's circled, right? And he says, all of these places should have areas where you can put them without people noticing them. Once that's done, get off as soon as you can.
Sounds fantastic. I do have a question. Can someone bring Staghorn for me? Because last time I went without Staghorn... Listen, I like my dragon. And sometimes I get nervous. Because, like, I do crazy things sometimes. And I like someone to catch me. And that's all. And so, like, if we could get my dragon to come along, that'd be pretty cool.
He nods and he says, yeah, of course, as long as one of them is all right handling Staghorn, that's fine with me.
Oh, yeah, Jameson's really good with Staghorn.
Okay. That's surprising. I didn't know Jameson had it in him, but good for him.
Neither did I. The guy is multifaceted.
So yeah, Mabel says, yes. I'd prefer, if you feel comfortable doing this, I'd want you to stay until the break actually happens, but I will not ask you to interfere. Just make sure things go as smoothly as possible.
Oh, no, I'm going to see how many guards I can kill, honestly. I don't figure I'll stay the whole time, watch the whole break happen.
If any complications arise that might put the mission in jeopardy, I am also all right if you have to take some rather extreme measures to assure that the mission goes.
He just puts his hand on Mabel's shoulder and he's like, hey, you don't have to say it.
Mabel nods and he kind of like looks at you. And then I think Mabel like kind of leans back for a minute and then goes under his desk and pulls out like 2 shot glasses and a little bit of whiskey, pours each, like, and hands one to you. He says, to a mission? Well fought.
To a mission. And he clinks it and he's like, I fucking love my job.
Mabel takes it back. So, yeah, you guys just do your preps, right? I imagine there's not much more than like maybe getting some extra food, clothes, that sort of thing. But, Devon.
Yeah, so I want to say Devon's been just kind of waiting outside the door to Mabel's office, just waiting for Jack to leave so that he can go in. I don't know if you'd say anything if you see him when you leave.
Yeah, I think Jack walks out and he kind of like looks at me and he's like, fuck, I hope I don't die, huh?
Yeah, man.
If I do, can you take care of Staghorn? Because you're pretty good with dragons.
Yeah, totally.
Sick. Also, Jameson's going to watch Staghorn on the ship, and I'll pick Staghorn up when I escape as well with the prison break.
Okay.
He's responsible, and then just walks away.
And then once he's like kind of walking off, Devon will kind of just like creak the door open and stick his head in. Hey, boss.
Mabel says, Devon, how are you doing?
Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, great, actually. Better than I have been in a long time. Do you have a minute?
He kind of looks around and he says, yeah, of course. Do you want to shut the door?
Oh, yeah. And he's going to kind of walk in and close the door. He's never done this before.
Yeah.
Never, ever does he ever have, like, anything to say. He just always kind of follows.
So, yeah, Mabel kind of, like, puts his hands on his desk, like, crosses his fingers.
So, B, huh? That's cool.
Yeah, I think she's been a wonderful addition in her new role. I'm really happy and, in a way, proud of her. I know that she's 20 years older than I am, but she's done a lot for us already, and I'm really appreciative of that.
Yeah, she's great. I mean, I'm sure she's gonna do great. you sent her to talk to me. Kind of a cheap blow. I can't say no to her.
He's meeting your eye. He doesn't look ashamed or sheepish when you say that. He's like looking at you. Do you wait for him to respond?
Maybe for a second, and if he doesn't right away.
He does. He says, frankly, I thought the talk might have gone better with B having been the one to talk to you. Especially after the past few weeks, I thought that you might want to hear it from a friend rather than from me.
Yeah, you're right. Anyways, that's not really what I'm here. Well, it's kind of what I'm here for. I've just been thinking. I told her the same thing. She might have reported to you.
Did you? You didn't need to. Mabel never said you needed to, so...
I didn't go into specifics. I just... What he asked for, I would have given him, but...
Okay, cool. So then, yeah, he says, if I don't know. Maybe not.
Well, the answer's still a yes, right?
Okay.
This isn't me coming in to say no behind her back. I told her yes, I'm gonna help. But I think this is kind of like... it.
It?
Yeah, man. I mean, I'm gonna help you with this, Vargash thing, because I owe her one. We all owe her one. And I owe you a lot for giving me 30 years, of purpose. But, yeah, I mean, I'm gonna help with the strike thing, too, because that's something I want to do. Mm-hmm. I like dragons. Mm-hmm. But, yeah, that's about all I got in me, I think.
Mabel nods, and he says, I think that's all anybody can ask of you, Devon. You've done more in 6 months than most people have in their lives, and I think that it is fair for you to...
He's gonna stop. He's like, we don't have to be sappy. It's fine. I'm kind of an asshole. And I'm working on that. I think that's why I need to go. I kind of found something I want, and I think I'm gonna work towards that.
Fair enough, Devon. That's fair.
Thanks, man. And about all the things that I've said before about you kind of like, when I was kind of mean, I didn't mean them, I was just kind of tense. You know how I get. You're a good guy.
Thank you, Devon.
You're good at what you do. You care about what you do.
And you're not an asshole.
You don't have to lie. Yeah. I guess this is my 2 weeks.
Around then, yeah. About that.
Cool. He's just gonna, awkwardly hold out his hand.
Mabel's gonna, stand up and go around, then hug you. Just, kind of gently. Says, thank you, Devon, for everything.
I think he'll hug you back. Kind of tighter than you thought he would. And maybe a little longer than you thought he would. And then he'll, kind of, push you off, hold your shoulders, yeah, man. Give you a tap. I mean, it's not goodbye. I'll probably be around. I'll see you.
Of course.
Anyways, that's it. Said my piece.
Have a good evening, Devon.
You too, sir.
Don't call me sir, please.
Sorry, Mabel.
So yeah, then the evening passes. You guys sleep. Maybe some better than others. Jack, you depart in the middle of the night. You don't have the time. You have to do some stuff, right? Yeah. So you depart in the middle of the night. You sleep on the voyage. You take one of the faster ships. Tandem ship is pretty fast, but you're on a mini ship basically, like a frigate or something.
Can I leave everyone a little vial of Staghorn's toxin?
Yeah.
Then I've collected into a vial, so it's concentrated.
Yeah.
And I just leave one for everybody on the team, including B and Mabel. The people that I've been around, I just leave a little vial, and then I think it's a little notes wrapped around it that you can unfurl, and it just says, "Take it if you need it," I guess.
So yeah, Jack, you're gone. You leave in the night, and we'll fade away from you. Everybody wakes up maybe to a vial outside your door or something, or maybe it's inside your room. Who's to say?
Absolutely, it is amongst your personal artifacts.
I mean, Devon and I don't lock our doors. We've established that.
Yeah, that's in the canon.
Yeah, you all wake up. Does Araceli
have
vial?
Yes, I think he leaves them too, and he's take them both. That's the note.
Yeah.
But then also because I don't know if you remember, but Araceli has roommates.
Yeah.
And he's like, "What do you mean you guys don't remember me?" Come on.
We hung out for. I was living here for months.
Yeah, we had dinner together on multiple occasions.
You were my first kiss.
Yeah, like Araceli is so distraught that these two dudes who he roomed with for a minute here do not remember him. And he's like, I gotta go.
So then, you guys are departing at around 11 o'clock in the morning, right?
I would like to do something before we leave.
Yes, Kim.
B would.
Yes. Okay. Yes, B.
Yes. She's gonna go to Devon. Where would you be?
Bruce.
Okay.
Always. Come on.
Yeah. No, you're right. So yeah, she'll head up to the roost like almost right before you leave. You're probably saying like byes and stuff. And I do my usual 3 taps on the roost door.
He turns around. He doesn't jump this time. He's like, oh, what's up? What's the occasion? You're here to, did I get tattled on again, or?
I mean, did you do something?
No.
Then no. I think she takes a second and is like, I guess I'm just here to say, good luck with the mission.
Thanks, B. Yeah, I mean, good luck with your thing, too. I mean, it's a lot.
Thanks. I'm trying my best. And I think she gets a little closer, and she's like, be careful out there.
Always.
This is, a dangerous one. And I mean, they kind of all are, but this one seems particularly... And she just kind of lets that hang. And she's just like, come back in one piece for me, okay?
Hold on. I just got chills. Give me a second. Dude, for you, anything.
And then she would just hug your leg.
Yeah, I pick you up. A little hug. Devon's getting a lot of hugs recently. I'm loving it. Yeah, when I come back, I have some news for you when I come back. But I'm gonna save it for when I come back because I'm coming back.
Alright. I'll be waiting.
Dude, it's crazy how Devon's gonna die.
No, that's a narrative death flag.
Yeah.
That's a thing people do.
Hello, and welcome back to the middle of the episode. This week's ad comes from our pals over on Big Campaign Podcast.
Hey everybody, my name is Jeff, and I run the Big Campaign Stories podcast. Our story focuses on 4 people working at a repo company, trying to keep afloat among a corporate dystopia and crushing debt. The world is one that we have been playing in and working on for a long time. The current homebrew setting is played with Pathfinder 1st Edition rules, but with more of a modern feel to it. Think something like Blade Runner or Snow Crash, but with magic. We try to release every Thursday, and when we cannot, we come up with small side episodes focusing on each character to help expand the world and lore. So, if you like greasy breakfasts, people trying to pay bills, and the occasional Lovecraftian monster, give us a listen. Alright, thanks.
Jeff and the gang are great, so be sure to check out Big Campaign Pod anywhere you can get your podcasts. And now, back to our regularly scheduled programming.
So, yeah, does anybody else want to do anything before you guys leave?
While we're boarding, I'm gonna go up to Araceli and be like, "Hey, buddy, you're gonna need this if we're gonna go attack a prison." And I hand him the ornate gun that he gave me.
And I think I grab it, and I'm like, did it shoot good?
Oh, it shot great.
And then I just hand you, I pull out a more ornate gun, like, here, hand it to you.
Wow.
Yeah, there's blood. And even, it's like the same, like, make, but it's even more ornate. I'm like, thanks. I missed her. And I give it to you.
It's like kind of heavy because it's covered in diamonds. Oh.
Yeah, I just holster this one, way happier with it.
Oh, cool, thanks.
Thank you. And I give you another hug.
Then I'm going to go to Frankie and be like, well,
Hey, so this is exciting, right?
Yeah. And hey, if you're gonna fight like a pirate, you're gonna need a real pirate gun. So I pull out the gun that Jakura gave me when we first met. So it was from our original crew. So I hand that to her. Be like, this one's been all around the world. It's only the best pirates use it.
Really?
Yeah.
I think she'd give you a hug.
Dude, Titus is getting lots of hugs today.
Yeah, he deserves it.
Devon, did you want to do something?
Oh yeah, I wanted to talk to Araceli. I think just like I know we're gonna disembark in like maybe like 30 minutes.
One thing I've started doing that I think you notice is a lot like you is I did visit my room and try to get my roommates to remember me, but I didn't sleep there. I slept with Asusena, and that's where I sleep now. Like I just sleep in her roost, like sleep with her. Like that's what I do.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So I would have just kind of found you along the way. I think I might kind of just like approach you, just like straight up.
Hi, Devon.
Hey,
What's going on?
don't worry.
Yeah.
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 Now I'm not going to apologize. That's not something I'm very good at, anyways. And I wouldn't feel it'd be genuine. And I think that's enough, right? I thought what I was doing was right. And maybe I still do. I don't know. I'm working on it. I can't say I'll never do something like that again.
I wouldn't expect you not to.
Cool. But, that was then, and this is now.
Right.
And now I have something I want. Like, something that I want, me. Not my like, general or commander or whatever, So, I'm gonna do that.
Hey, live for yourself, I do have one question, though.
Yeah.
And, like, I think we're walking, like, side by side, because I think I'm walking on the ship. I'm like, do you really think I would have survived?
I don't know. I remember something Titus said that day. You always find a way.
That's what I'm wondering. I really... Did you care?
Then?
Yeah.
No.
That's okay. I probably would have survived. You fucking... Oh, I asked Devon, I'm like, oh, did you get what I left you? Like, I was still kind of steamed, but, like, I left you some, like, hair bands that I usually kept my braids in. Like, do you think I could have those back? Because, like, I like my 2-braid system. But the 1 braid's been fine, but, like...
I mean, I didn't really realize what they were. I have hair bands. I'll just give you 2 hair bands.
You see just a little bit of, like, glint drain out of his eyes. That makes sense.
Anyways.
They were just hair bands.
There's more that I want to say.
Oh?
Sorry.
No, you're okay.
No, I mean, sorry. Not for that, but for other things.
Like?
You're young.
Hey.
I might have been a little mean.
Well, I'm young and I kind of walk around with, like, a mass weapon of destruction and fly around on it. So,
Yeah.
maybe you needed to be a little hard on me.
Good. I just, wanted to say that, might have been a little envious that you kind of had it figured out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think I look at you like, hey, it's silly, but I just want to be a hero. And I like to fly.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Well, I'm going to go.
Yeah, I'll see you.
Cool. Yeah.
So, everybody boards ship. Tandem, again, actually seems to be kind of doing some work. So...
Can I call Reina?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Well, I was going to say, I think you've been, doing stuff, so she hasn't been around, but you can, whistle and she'll come to you.
She's probably putting the other dragons in their place.
Yeah, no shit.
Yeah, I just let off, a sharp, and, Reina just... So when, she's sort of like an autumn orange, which isn't something that we've, seen from her. I don't think ever from you guys, because typically she's either, a mossy green or, a darker, kind of, charcoal-y color, because she matches with the skies. But yeah, she's kind of like an autumn orange, like a little sunsetty almost, or crunchy leaves, and so she kind of flies in. So one, she is a bit bigger than she was last time, because we found different air. We were flying in different airspaces, so she's grown a bit bigger. But you do notice, kind of obviously, so she has one large gash scar across her left eye, and then she has one really large gash running up from underbelly up towards almost wing pectoral area. They're all healed, but you those, I figure to Devon, because dragons so well, look life-threatening. Those are incredibly oh shit. But yeah, she just flies up and just lands on the ship. She's probably, more than anything in terms of size, is a lot heavier. She just eats. Now she's been eating other dragons. I say that. She just keeps getting bigger.
So, I think the crew is a little, like, taken aback by Asas Reyna's reappearance because it's been a while, and also she's huge and intimidating. So, yeah.
When Reyna lands, Frankie's like, holy shit!
Right?
Is that yours?
Yeah.
She looks at you, gives you a thumbs up, and goes, nice.
So,
Oh, they're the same age, aren't they?
Yeah. Get on.
Really?
Yeah, climb on. Reyna, take her around. Yeah.
She's like, ah.
Yeah.
The ship is almost done, and it only takes them a few minutes for them to finish preparations. Everybody's dragons are coming with them.
Oh yeah, and then Titus will look after Staghorn because since he's apparently doesn't get affected by his neurotoxin, no matter how hard he tries.
I totally forgot about that.
Dude, that's the crazy part.
That's awesome, though. That works.
Yeah, it does.
His nervous system is just so fucked up, I guess.
It's just an aspect of you now as your character.
Can we put that on there? Can he have, like, semi-immunity to Staghorn?
Yeah, sure.
Fuck yeah, put it on
Add it
there.
as an aspect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the ship departs, and you guys begin a 3-day journey to this prison.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot of downtime. Most of the food you guys are eating kind of sucks, but it's nutritious and filling. Anybody, like, are you guys just killing time, really? Like, the whole trip?
I am telling so many stories.
Yeah.
But I think in between my stories, I'm like, Frankie, is it true that you did a triple backflip and kicked a guy's heart out of his back?
And I think she's just like, hell yeah!
That's the most pirate
The pirates
thing
are
I've
like, yeah!
Yeah. This is the most pirate thing I've ever heard.
Titus is just standing in the background, just like biggest grin. He's like, yes,
Wow, yeah. Converting us.
my babies.
Titus is still a father!
No.
Jack, roll me 2 deceives and 2 stealths. Alright. Cool. So, the 3-day journey takes a while. You guys go through a storm, which you haven't really had to before. The area of the Republic that you guys are going to is known for its rough weather. The prison is in that area, but you guys clear the storm eventually after about the 2nd day.
I'm sorry, I want to cut in really quick. For viewers, I rolled it behind stuff and didn't say it out loud because I wanted to keep it a secret with Tanner. So that way we as a table don't know what we're walking into for what Jack rolled as his deceptions. I won't tell you guys whether they're good or bad, but it's just more or less going behind Tanner's screen so he can add that to whatever's going to happen in the next chunk of the story. Apologies.
Adam and I got like lost in the game for a second. We were like,
Yeah.
oh, yes, mm-hmm, yes.
Yeah, sorry.
A lot of muttering.
Oh, interesting.
Yes.
So Jack's dead.
So,
I just want to note that during this downtime I'm coding, I just want to ask how many daggers I can coat with this vial of poison.
you can probably get like 4 out
Okay.
of it, like comfortably,
That's
I'd
fine.
say, right?
Yeah.
About 4 comfortably, and then
Okay.
you might be able to get like 1 more that's kind of half dipped.
Yeah, because typically what I would like do is I like touch like I'd get like a rag and touch it to Staghorn.
Yeah.
And then I would just do that, like drag it over a dagger.
Yeah.
Which that coats 1, and I'd say this is like concentrated, so it's a little more. Like
Yeah.
it's definitely 4 probably.
That's what I figure. So you have about 4.5, Kim, I'd say.
Okay, that's all I wanted to know.
Cool. So, yeah, you guys, yes, Kim?
Oh, so we need to talk about who's doing what.
I was gonna say, you guys get to your 3rd day. It's the day of, so.
All right. Well, I have fire powers, so I assume we want me to ignite the gas.
Yeah, probably good.
Okay. I would like to get Vargash, but also there's Cavaliers.
I think you might be best with that, and she just looks up at Reyna.
Yeah.
Cause yeah.
And I think I look at like Titus and Dawn. I'm like, how many Cavaliers do you think I could take?
At least 3.
I hope there's more. He's just reveling in the fact like I finally get to show off in front of them again. I've gotten so much cooler since I've been gone.
Frankie's like, comfortably 6, dude. Look at the size of Reyna.
Because you don't have to use your fire. Like matches exist.
Oh, so do you want me to just troll the skies and?
That's what you were positing, right? That
Nah, I'm just saying, like, if we assign him to the Cavaliers, could probably take on, like, 6, dude.
it's a very good point.
But, I mean, it just depends on where... Because I've never worked with you, so, like, I don't... But these guys trust you, so...
Do you guys trust me?
Hell yeah.
Is it the outfit?
Yeah.
I think I look at Tandem. Is it the outfit?
Tandem is actually flying the ship for once, and he like he's like, oh, yeah, and then he I think he looks at you like, Araceli, you're back.
Tandem! I think honestly, like, oh fuck, I didn't hug Tandem. Runs over and hugs Tandem.
Yeah.
He's had like a meal with Jameson. Like Araceli and Jameson went out to dinner the first night Araceli was back.
Had a real heart to heart.
Yeah, no. So every time Araceli stops back here, because he's been in touch with Mabel, he also has dinner with Jameson. Araceli and Jameson are tight. But yeah, no. So I run over and hug Tandem, and I'm like, well, and it's definitely as like. For Lisa, right? Like, it's very flamboyant and, like, boisterous. And
Do you have a hat?
Of course. I have this, it's like a black hat that's, like, it curls into itself. It's, like, really big as well. No, you know what? I think it's more of a black floppy hat.
Okay. So, Tandem looks you up and down and takes out, like, he has, like, 5 feathers in his hat, takes out one, and then, like, puts it in your hat for you. It's like, you're gonna make a great pirate, mate.
I just, like, I create, like, a little, like, on my finger, and I just, does he, like, he has earrings, yeah?
Yeah.
And I just like melt one of them a little bit and like reshape it into and until I think like a dragon.
How do you reshape it?
On fire, dude.
Yeah, it's cool. You're right. It's just cool. So I think I think you guys were planning something.
Oh shit, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, well, who wants to go do the fire thing then? You're fast.
I'm not so fast anymore.
Oh.
You see the frog over there?
Ah! Just straight. Oh! What's that?
That's Siren.
No, it is not.
See, that's what I'm saying.
Did you get him like some weights or something?
No, it just kind of happened.
Did that eat Siren?
No.
Did he shed?
A little.
Was it gross?
Yeah.
So you'll blow up the pipes.
Yeah, I could get down there.
I'm gonna go after Vargas.
Who's gonna drop the weapons? And where's your dragon?
No, I don't have one.
Oh.
She gestures to her, like, little wing coat thing.
Oh.
Also, I'll remind you, some digging is required to get to those pipes.
Mm-hmm.
As long, I'm just making sure.
Can it dig now?
He's like based off of like a toad or frog kind of vibe.
Frog.
So
Toads.
Toads
can
I was
dig.
hoping if that's okay. Okay.
Dude, he's so gross.
So, okay, so we know who's doing the fire. Who's doing what else?
I'm just gonna take out the Cavaliers as fast as possible, I guess.
Okay. And who's dropping the weapons? Because Tandem can drop like a few, but it'd be a lot faster if you guys had a dragon to do it.
Can I do both?
Yeah.
If I blow up and
Yes. Who's gonna get Vargas?
I'm getting Vargas.
Okay.
I can communicate that it's a prison break.
Cool.
Are you gonna need one of us to get you near it to fly there?
Probably.
You could stay on Reno with me.
So
I mean, can you take like a few weapons with you? Just while you're doing that? Just to...
Yeah, I could probably kind of distribute them as I go through.
Nice. All right. Let's do this.
So, guys, got another about couple hours. You see it in the horizon. It's like, at first, just like a gray dot on this island that is literally only big enough for the prison and the dock and the barracks, right? So it's very small.
So I'm gonna draw them out. All right. When we get there.
I go first, right? The sequence is blow up, then everything else comes after that.
Well, I figure the minute they see our ship, the Cavaliers are gonna start coming near.
You guys are flying Republic flags.
Oh, okay. So we're for sure gonna be able to land.
Well, at least get closer.
Okay.
Like the plan was, you guys like Tandem's not docking until later.
I'm sure once Reno roars, we'll get their attention. So we'll be all right. So
Yeah.
you're gonna sneak first.
Yeah, I go first,
good.
get underneath, and then once the bombs go off, the timer starts. We get going.
Okay.
So, Adam, I'm gonna whisper this into your ear because everybody else can't know. Sorry, audio audience. So,
Jesus.
like, what do you mean? You gotta tell me how though.
I have a question.
Yep.
So from being there, would he know that like patrols on the outside or like?
It's like like they do like within a couple miles patrolling, but it's not. Luckily, it's not when they're flying in. Like there's a break for about 15 minutes when they're supposed to be flying in.
Yeah. Shit. Because that's like hard.
Yeah,
I think
that's
for
why
the
I was
day
asking.
of, would he be able to swap out to be like an outside guard?
Yeah.
Than that.
Okay.
For like docking, like for
Yeah.
when they-
So that makes sense. Just like the plan was never for them to dock. Worth noting too.
Oh fuck. Well then I think he would be outside.
Yeah.
Just waiting for like, because we have like scouts and shit, waiting for someone who's eagle-eyed to see him.
Yep. For sure. So okay, roll me a. I don't even know what you do. You're hoping like one of Tandem's crew sees you.
Yeah,
go
he's like
fly
looking
across.
around and
Yeah.
sees him.
Yeah. So
Would that be like a rapport? Because he's trying to communicate something?
rapport sounds
He
good.
has good rapport. Oh, son of a bitch. Guys.
This might be a time to use a fate point if he has him.
Oh, yeah, he does have them. I'm going to use one to just... Would 4 be good enough, or should I re-roll?
4 would be solid.
All right, then 4.
So, I mean, Jack can't know, but you see a ship in the distance if you're looking out, and it looks a little different from the others, even though it's flying your flags. Maybe the audience like sees like Jameson looking through a spyglass, and like sees you, like Jack, right?
Yeah, so I think Jack is sort of like walking about, and so he's walking in number sequence. So he's taking like a number of paces and stop, and he also has his hands behind his back as if like he's just walking with his hands behind his back, but he has a 5 and a 2 up like that.
Got it.
Across each other, and he's walking in 7s. So 7 paces, stop, 7 paces, stop.
Thank God Jameson's smart.
Yeah, he's our guy.
Jameson closes the spyglass. Like we pan away from Jack. Jack's gone now, and Jameson goes down to you guys who are about to go up, and he's like, "There are 7 of them. There are 7 Cavaliers in the area."
Fuck.
I think Adesanya looks at Frankie and like, "You really think I could take 6?"
Hey, man.
You just kind of start stretching. Well, what's the move?
We're already here.
You know what? You're the guy.
Are we at a point where like me jumping off would be like a problem, or like are we like close enough to jump off?
You're close enough to where like you can start the plan. Like the plan, you were about to leave when Jameson came down.
Yeah, I look at Devon and be like,
You're the guy.
"We're the guy. Let's get this. Get on."
Okay.
And so I'm like, "Get on, Ossus that I know." I'm like, "Let's do this." And I'm like, "We're so cool. We're so cool. We're so cool." And we
We're so
jump
cool.
off.
We're so cool.
So yeah, Ossus Reina, Frankie, and Araceli jump off. Devon, go time.
Yeah, I hop on my little toad boy, who's a little less slimy, and get going.
Alright, so, Devon, so,
Oh, could I say I just get a backpack of weapons too, so I'm going for Vargish?
yeah, for sure. You guys can equip yourselves however.
Yeah, I have a bag of weapons just to help distribute. That's what I have on me.
I've grabbed like mini barrels of
Gunpowder. On Ossus Reina. Loaded it on her.
Oh, dude. Reina, I don't know if you guys remember, but it was a show where they would ride dinosaurs, and the dinosaurs would wear like mechanical shit, and they would like fight with their dinosaurs. And they it was a whole thing. It was like a really old, like it was like an early 2000s or like 90s like show, right? It's a kid show. It was like the Toy Line show, one of those.
Yeah.
But they would have like the T-Rexes and stuff. They would have like back straps. They would have like things lined. I have one of those for Reina. Like we're bonded now, and so she has like tools along her. Like the saddle's expanded a bit.
So Devon, you speed over and you're trying to be stealthy, so roll me a stealth.
That is a 4.
Okay, so, nobody hears any alarms raised, no, like, horns or bells go off. Devon, you fly underneath the island, and the first thing you notice is that parts of it are reinforced, like, that weren't on the schematics. So, you're gonna have to dig, like, the spot that was supposed to give you access is reinforced. You're gonna have to dig around it. So you're gonna have to find an open space and dig around it, which might take longer than expected.
I'm gonna pat my boy. Let's show off how you've been pumping iron, buddy.
So roll me, I guess, athletics.
6.
Yeah. So maybe I think this is the first time you and Siren have done something like physical like this in any way. Siren just starts taking these like rocks out, like they're just going. It's a little loud, so roll me a stealth.
Retro. That's a 1.
Okay. You don't like it's loud, but this is the plan. But you're not hearing anything go off. Nobody else is seeing anything
All
go
right,
off.
boy. Hurry up, hurry
So you
up.
keep digging. You get about 10 feet into like just solid rock, and it takes you a couple minutes. But Siren's really been pumping iron, dude. So he's getting through it. Back to you guys. So, Devon is presumably doing his part of the plan.
So I'm using like my magic to tune into like the temperature in the area, and I'm waiting for a heat spike.
Okay.
So that way, the minute there's a heat spike, I want to make Raina roar
Okay.
and call my opponents to me.
Titus, Tempest, are you guys also waiting for everything to go up?
Yeah, well, I'm gonna tell Foghorn to be like, hey, just protect the ship. Make sure no dragons damage the ship. Oh.
his noise. He's a turtle.
All right. So everybody waits for the signal. Devon, you get to the pipe. At least you know what a pipe looks like. You're hoping this is the gas one. So you got to open it and light it. You maybe Siren can chew through metal. Who's to say now?
Let's find out. You might not be able to. That's a 3.
So he like bites on it and the metal bends and is weakened in one area, but it doesn't pierce.
I shoot it
With a gun?
with a gun.
Okay. Yeah. Roll me a shoot.
That's a flat 0.
Roll me a physique.
Fuck. Both of us or just...
Yeah, both of you.
That is a 5.
Okay.
That's a 2.
Araceli, you feel the heat. Like it's just not then heat, yeah.
Okay, so I think I'm sitting there like eyes closed, like, oh, and then I like kind of pat Ossus Raina. I'm like, all right, and I think I stand up, and so I've elongated what I normally use to hook in, and so that way I could stand up while I'm still on her.
Yeah.
And I think it's a little more of like a rig now, so like I have a little more movement on top of her, and I stand up and I like double tap her and with my foot, and she just lets out just.
All right, so yeah, maybe there's this like silence when Ossus Raina roars, and it's probably the loudest thing most of you guys have heard that's organic, right? And there's like quiet after that, and then everybody sees like flames erupt from the stone of the prison. Like you see people get incinerated, like straight up. Like guards are the only people you can see. You can see people get incinerated
Jack all
just
right?
instantly.
Jack fly off the island. Oh shit!
Like fire, like the stone cracks, and in those cracks, fire like shoots out. At the back of the island, you hear a loud bang, but you don't see it. Devon, when we get to you, you'll have seen like the explosion. It's the bottom back of the island. There's a huge explosion. It's probably the reservoir of gas they had.
Is it on my side?
No, other side, the opposite side of where you are. So you're okay. Cracks, and after like the initial fire, the stone starts falling. So like the prison literally starts breaking apart from the inside. People like some dudes just straight up fall off and like hit the side and then are falling to their deaths. So it takes out a good like 20 at least from the top.
Right.
And also, this is probably when you guys realize there are more guards here than there should have been. There were like maybe 50 just at the top, and that they're not going to do half on top and then half inside. So again, this might be a tough one. Devon, so I think like you shoot and it ignites, but because you have to be right up next to it, you have no time to get away. Siren like gets blasted by some fire, but look like it doesn't seem to hurt him like as much as you'd expect. But like some like shoots up and like scorches like the side of you and goes up along your arm and burns away some of your armor. Take 1 physical stress. So you're burned, but nothing like 3rd degree. Just some burns in your armor is kind of burned away a little bit. And like Siren like instinctually just gets in the opposite direction of that fire. Now, Araceli.
So on the explosion, when I feel the heat, I pop up, double tap, and then the minute I start to see like flames kind of lap out of like cracks, I want to start trying to pull as much fire as I can towards me and into the air, and just sort of center it into like magic. I'm just trying to magic.
Roll magic. Roll your magic, and then roll me a notice, everybody.
4.
Okay. So you got a 4 for your magic. Roll me a notice now. Would you?
0.
0.
Oh my god, you too.
Can I roll a notice for Raina as well?
Yeah.
For me, I got 3.
Roll Tempest to notice 2, actually.
And Raina got 4.
3 for Tempest.
Okay, so everybody who rolled a 3 are up. So first your magic. So you like pull this fire out.
I'm trying to concentrate a ball above us, like as much fire as I can pull into, like, and hold it a ball above us.
So yeah, you gather this fire up, and it looks really impressive, right? Like fire coming from all these cracks into a giant ball. But you feel that like you're trying to make a big ball of fire, but like there's not that much like gas that's left to burn. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it looks really impressive. It's not gonna.
I know.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
I still look cool.
You seen this, Frankie?
Yeah, Frankie, you see this shit? Pull the fire towards me.
Holy shit! Are you a prodigy?
Yep. Does not know what prodigy means.
So, then the rest of you notice the Cavaliers. So, at the roar, they all, like, darted. They sped back. Hold on, I need to finish rolling these. They all return. They're indeed about... You guys see 7. So, maybe there's more, but you see 7 for sure, and they're all either erupting from the prison, or there are a couple that are coming back from, like, the other side of the... island, like that side of the world, I guess, you know. They're all returning back, and some of them are like going to like do a sweep, and then like maybe it's from Araceli and Frankie's perspective. You guys are like looking around like at the dragon, seeing you're focusing on the fire. Frankie's like, okay, like I've like we're
Getting
gonna,
ready
yeah,
to
I've got
drop.
yeah, I'm gonna drop in, like this is gonna be nuts. And then maybe Titus Tempest actually kind of goes like makes like a snorting sound and then looks quickly, and then you guys are tackled. Like Austrana is like grabbed by a dragon, and you guys start like flying through the air.
You rolled a 3 and a 4?
You guys don't like catch this one. Rolled really well. Frankie, are you latched in?
I mean, if you have access to it, but probably, I don't know, like, do you have access to latches? Because I have extra latches, but I don't know if you have access to being latched.
You can have a harness. Like if you would have been provided a harness that you would have
Okay,
worn,
yeah, then yeah. Because I personally don't have one because I'm not a dragon rider.
they would have given you one just in case for this mission.
Yeah.
'cause, you know. So yeah, you guys are tackled, and this dragon grabs you, and Austrana instantly just like separates, like it grabs, and then Austrana's like nope, and pushes it off, and starts to try and regain her, like, you guys are flying in the air, right?
Yeah.
Like attached to her still. She regains kind of her footing in midair. The other dragon roars, and it's another one of Austrana. Like,
Oh, no.
Like the same size.
Fuck.
And that's where we're going to end it for today's episode. Thank you guys so much for listening. We'll be back next week with another episode. Let's plug our stuff.
I'm so stressed.
If you like what we're doing here and you want to see other stuff that we do and work on, we almost all work on Adavan's Armory, at ADAVANS, so at Adavan's Armory on everything, Instagram, Twitter, the works, right? Taylin does all of the art for us.
Yeah, Gremlin Frog Art. There's 2 G's in the middle of that. On Instagram and fucking X.
And I am doing a project with my wonderful partner called Wisteria Falls. You can check it out. It's a webcomic, but right now we're just an Instagram account called Wisteria_Falls on Instagram. So yeah, come check us out. It's really fun. Thank you.
Beautiful. And if you want to follow us on our socials, you can at 5Gems in a Trenchcoat on Instagram and TikTok, and at 5Gems Official on X and Blue Sky. And then you can also check out our website, 5Gems in a Trenchcoat, if you want to learn a little bit more about us.
If you really are enjoying what we're doing here, please comment, like, leave reviews and stuff. We love that kind of stuff. Share it with people. Share it with people you love that you think would be interested in something like this. And then also, if you really, really like what we're doing, you can go ahead and leave us a tip at Ko-Fi. We have a Ko-Fi. It's
It should be ko-fi.com/5gems in a trench coat.
Yeah. And if you want to do any of that, we'd appreciate it. We'd love you guys, and bye-bye.
Yeah, bye!
Bye. Tanner, let's record one more.
Shit, guys!
Hello! Thank you for listening to 5 Jams in a Trench Coat. Be sure to follow us on our social medias at 5 Jams in a Trench Coat on Instagram and TikTok, and at 5 Jams Official on Twitter. You can also join our Discord, and you can find out how to join all of these accounts on our website at 5jamsinatrenchcoat.com. If you like the episode, please rate us 5 stars and leave a little comment. And if you'd like to support us further, you can leave us a little tip on Ko-Fi at ko-fi.com/5jamsinatrenchcoat. Grandmas love us, and thanks, and catch you later in the next episode.